The black community now is calling for more Asian hate because Asian store owner Rick Chow was just acquitted of murder in the shooting death of black teen 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well.
Okay, just wanted to make sure my people wasn't giving y'all no business.
A hard coat, knock upon your front door. When your ass attack like cancer, burn your condo down. Let my pen drop, don't hear sound.
And straight like that, we back. Everybody doing out there in the world. Hope everyone doing well, doing swell. That's for me, myself. And I could complain, whatever. I just keep it to myself, man. Now, let's talk about some things, bro. You dig what I mean? I've said before that the X platform is adjacent to a cesspool. You understand what I'm saying? There's some vile action going on over there, B. I ain't gonna hold you. And you know, I'm a reciprocator. I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to supply the same amount of vitriol and smoke and fire that is thrown my way. You dig what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, there happen to be, now you already know the certain demographic side of the things. They've always got some chimping out comments, and you know, you stay at odds with them. But oddly enough, the Asian community that we all know is as white as Jason as they can get. You understand what I'm saying? Anything better than being black, let them tell you. You know what I mean? They have, with the recent events that just went down, man, some things we're gonna go through. They becoming bold, and there's some real crazy talking coming from that community over there. You know, these are the people that a couple years ago, in an effort to keep people off their rear ends, they went in and asked Congress and the government for a Stop Asian Hate bill. You know what I mean? I don't know that there's ever been another group in the United States that just had to, you know, maybe the trans community or something. But what does that say about Asian? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else just kind of fight for their right to part out here, but these folks say, hey, government, we're a little short out here. You mean? I'm trying to stop from going Uber this episode because there's a couple people we gonna get to in this here short film, and you're gonna see why I hesitate and I am holding on by the thinnest of threads. You dig what I'm saying? Holding my tongue, bro, because I'm like, boy, really? We got to man. I might get banned for this episode. I ain't gonna hold you. This might be my last one. It might be the last inaugural episode of Straight Like That with Jack Travis, cause it is going down, man. So the other day, though, now we had a verdict in a trial that went a little something like this:
State of South Carolina, County of Richland versus Rick Chow. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Rick Chow, as to the charge of murder, not guilty. Sign number 302, foreperson, June the 1st, 2026. Madam Forelady, was this your verdict and the verdict of the entire jury?
You heard it, not guilty. That is Rick Chow, owner of a convenience store up there in South Carolina. Here about 3 years ago, one Cyrus Carmack-Belton entered his store to buy some items. He was immediately harangued and watched by his wife. That episode ended a couple minutes later in a young Cyrus Carmack-Belton being gunned down about 130 yards away from the store. Now let's pause right here. Let's ask some questions. Let's analyze this thing. You see the little tactics. We've all seen this when we went in the store. You dig what I'm saying? And, you know, honestly, again, I'm one of them ones, bro. So there are some stories from around the convenience store world that has seen a one Jack Travis let someone know in however many words I choose to have given them that I don't appreciate you watching me. Ain't shit out this store I need to steal that I can't afford. If I can't afford it, I don't want it. You dig what I'm saying? So, again, I'm one of them ones. I'm going to let it be known. But we all know it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they get to straightening up some snacks. Been standing behind the counter a whole goddamn shift. Now, all of a sudden, now they go straighten up the potato chips. Oh, boy, go to retrieve his calculator or what have you and get himself in position to stare down that cuz. Now, we looking at cuz. Now, we all know the vibage that we know from people watching you. We know the vibage of people that are looking to nab something. You dig what I'm saying? We call spades over here. So now, I'm looking at this video, and I'm watching it, and I'm saying, bro, why are we putting the bottles inside of our hoodie? You dig what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing that? Because you're only going to have to get up to the counter and take them all right back out. If it was a matter of, well, you know, trying to carry them that way, you know, the safe idea, the safe thing, but this is a 14-year-old kid, so he's not thinking on, he hadn't had a lot of life, bro. So he's not thinking of how it may look to them or what have you, because I'm like, well, the sensible thing may have been to just take them up there a couple at a time. If you can't put two in each hand, which I think you could have done that. So I'm like, why are you putting them in your, and at that point when he starts to put them in or either putting them back, you see the wife. Now, wife been scoping him the whole time. I suspect that he sees her reflection in the glass. And that's what causes him to put the water bottles back. But let's continue.
You have one in your pocket. You have one in your pocket. One foot in your pocket. Yeah. I don't got no water in my pocket. I don't got no water in my pocket, bro. I'll show you water.
I gotta stop again right here, man. With boy, this is crazy because I'm just like, little bruh, if you ain't stealing nothing, like get your hands out your hoodie. And I can't lie, man, from looking at this video, and then when he's swinging his hoodie, it look a little heavy down there. But I'm like, it's no way that this man, I just cannot believe that this man was having to go in there and steal a bottle of water. This just don't make sense to me. So he says he doesn't have anything. He put all of the water bottles back. There were no water bottles found outside. And they cut the video before you could hear the shots or what have you. But their story is that he's running. He falls, drops his gun, picks his gun up, turns around, points it at the dad, and the dad shoots. I was talking to one of my homies today, and I got a clip, man. I really wasn't prepared to play it in this one. I was going to do another show about it, but then I said I was just going to use this material right here. But Here's a small clip of the son testifying.
That you had never given a statement about seeing him throw something. You remember those questions that they're like, you didn't say this, you didn't say this, you didn't say this. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
And if not mistaken, there are 4 times where you were asked. You were asked on a body-worn camera.
Yes, sir.
In store. Then you were interviewed. And then you had formally given testimony all about something being thrown. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
So first, let's talk about on scene. And when we're on scene with a body-worn camera, like the first time, you see highlighted what you told the officer?
Yes, sir.
What'd you tell the officer on scene?
He had threw stuff out at the corner right there, and he was running back down this way, and I caught up to him once, and then he kept going.
Just flat down. He's on his stomach?
Yes, sir.
Which way? Can you have him facing you, or let's have him facing this way? Just for example purposes. Lay flat that way, Crow. Just flat down. Sorry about the seat. Okay, and so he's laying flat down, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you said you were running up to him.
Yes, sir.
And then what happened? You slowed down immediately?
I slowed down coming to the curb,
Uh-huh.
and then I see there's something in his hand,
Uh-huh.
and when I get closer, and he's starting to get up,
Okay.
and he points the gun over at me.
All right. And so you're going, and so the question, of course, from the solicitor is, how can you stop and start going this way? You were talking about momentum?
Yes, sir.
So it's something like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Did that seem impossible?
No, sir.
Who put you and your father at that location on Spring Tree Drive?
I put myself there.
Okay. Who put your dad there? Did you drag him along? Did anybody make your dad go up the hill 130 yards from your store, leaving the cash register unmanned? Who made him go up there 130 yards away?
Can I say what he...
Who made him go up there?
I don't know if I can...
I'm
testify
asking you
for him.
Did you make him go up there?
I
drag him
myself
up
did not make him go.
there? Was he up there against his will? Did somebody drag your dad from his office all the way up that road to
No,
where Cyrus Carmack-Belton was shot and killed?
No, sir.
Who drug him up there?
I would say just himself.
He ran himself up there, did he not?
That's what I would have seen. Yes, sir.
Is there a reason you can't answer my question with a yes or no? I mean,
And what's to note in that whole thing is, you see the way he's, number one, the way he's dressed. But yeah, they try to make you dress a certain way when you go to court to look like you're sophisticated and non-threatening, and do your hair a certain way. But he got his hair all over in front of his face, probably to hide the little, the wrinkles, showing that he's an older guy. You dig what I'm saying? He's trying to look like a little boy, the glasses and things like that, as opposed to in the video. You dig what I'm saying? And one of the theories that Homie said, Homie was like, I think the son shot him. And Dad went on and played the game. Okay, I'll go to jail for these 3 years, and we'll try it and try. I ain't gonna let my young son go to jail. And it ended up playing in their favor. Dad gets let off. Son never goes to jail. Yeah. We off to where we are now, but we not exactly in a good space. But that was the theory that Homie jumped out and pointed out to me. And on the stand, he's trying to act all dumbfounded, like he's just some young stupid kid, man, not capable of shooting anybody. He's just over here trying to live the American dream, face ass. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's what happened with that. Now, that has brought us to an interesting place out here, man, because it's hot out here in the streets these days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that we're feeling any heat, but it's some attitudes, man, and it's some frustrations out here. And there's like a group of people out here, man, that just, like I said at the beginning of the show, seem to be emboldened and thinking that this is really their opportunity to gain back and seize some control of some type of situation. Now I'm here to tell you, sucker, it'll never happen. You understand what I'm saying? And so But like I say, bro, everything is better than being black in America. So we've got the Asian community that are feeling emboldened, there's that word again, to come out and voice their opinion off the back of, black people being upset about the outcome of this verdict. Seems to be the type of thing that we go through a lot out here in our diaspora. And we've had people calling for boycotts of the community.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm serious about this shit. I'm not spending another damn dime with them after what Rick Chow did to 14-year-old Cyrus Belton. And I'm trying to see what y'all on, because we need to get serious about this shit.
Okay, just wanted to make sure my people wasn't giving y'all no business. Yeah, this is the other little place, because we're not playing with y'all. Who on now? No.
As you can see, even had a young lady that is going around checking the flavor of these places. And some people out here can't do without it. You understand what I'm saying? But, the hair industry, the nail industry, and, I've preached this to my daughter. This is a valuable thing, actually, because she's pretty good with doing her nails and all that. And I'm like, that's a valuable thing. They charge a lot for that. And you don't really see a lot of sisters doing that. You know what I'm saying? It seems to be a Asian dominated thing. In fact, some years ago, I had a little pretty penny. I looked into opening up a nail shop because I figured that's cash bread, even though I get to use cars and all that. But I'm like, boy, that is a thriving industry. You know what I mean? Chicks are forever going to get their nails done. And I ran into some hurdles and just in trying to get the equipment and all of that. Now, this was like 2015. It seemed to be heavily dominated, you know what I mean? And so I wasn't that excited about the idea. So before I went through too much rigmarole, I just let it go. But, as far as going into these locations, there's a little store around here, and I've noticed when we go in, it's the same type of thing. But like I say, bro, some people have come out the woodwork talking crazy, you know what I mean? And I ran across these. So the first of all that I ran across was this guy right here responding to black people saying that, we're going to stop patronizing these certain spots, these certain restaurants, these certain industries by any means necessary.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip-hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty-ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
Now, I will let you know that young Ho, right? Let's call him Young Ho, has since deleted that video. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go down the list or a loose list of the things that he just named. Liquor, Nikes, microphones. Those three in and of itself are not anything that is going to cause anything detrimental to the black culture. I can promise you that. On top of the fact, I can promise you that there are you know the reason all these products are made. It's not like they were invented. You understand what I'm saying? It's by the Asian people, the Chinese, whoever you want to put in. It's the fact that in America, you have to pay people what you weigh. You understand me? I'm not coming into your building and producing no product that you sell for hundreds of dollars for $3 an hour. You dig what I'm saying? You got to give me about 23 because I got to live. I got to be able to go in here and afford everything I want to afford. No, not overseas. It's a big cry about all our manufacturing being overseas. Yeah, you make them, but it's not like that no one else can make them. It's just that no one else will make them for sand nickels. So like, what is that? What do they get paid over there, bro? Let's be clear. Let's be honest. Mr. Young Ho. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'm teetering the edge this episode. So it's not like it's just innovative, new creative over there. We can't come up with it over here. No, you'll just work for pennies on the dollar. Oh, wait, yen or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. The liquor. We could do without liquor over here in the States. You dig what I'm saying? In the neighborhood. We could do without the food that we suspect come from suspicious places. I enjoy it when I ate it, but I probably gonna make a conscious effort nowadays to avoid patronizing these businesses. Brother up there didn't do nothing to me, but goddamn it, I don't know if he one of the ones that think like that or not. So I'm gonna be on the safe side. You understand me what I'm saying? I don't go to the hair shop. My daughter has to, but it's just kind of be a play of the game. Now, maybe we'll come up with a way we can order it offline or something like that. But he wasn't even the most egregious of the squad. He was just kind of stupid. You dig what I'm saying? Take that fitted cap off your head wearing the way you do. You know what I'm saying? They don't wear, do they wear it like that in Asia? You dig what I'm saying? Did that come from Asia? They could be talking crazy. But this fella right here, I had no idea. I think I had ran across a tweet or so of his. But I had no idea who this guy was, but I am most certainly tuned in to who he is now.
But they're like, focus on your own problems. We'll focus on ours. And I'm like, you can't even focus on your own problems because you don't call out your own problems. Oh, we'll police our own community. You don't even police your own community. You don't care. There are shootings that happen every single week in major cities all across America where young black children, actually like 5, 6-year-old, 7-year-old children, are shot in the face from gang turf wars, and you just shrug. You just shrug. You'll have young black girls sitting in the passenger seat or in the back seat of a car, waiting in a McDonald's drive-thru, and then you have a random black hooligan come up and shoot her in the face. Really? You're policing your own community? Where's the outrage there? There's no outrage because you don't police your own community. You don't care about you don't really actually care about black lives, innocent black lives who are killed, shot, brutalized unjustly. Here's an example right here from Matt Von Swole in Atlanta. This happened just a few days ago. Police have identified a man who stabbed a man to death on a public train in Atlanta. His name is John Elijah Matthews, a black male. 66-year-old Margaret Swan was sitting alone in the train car when Matthews walked up to her and stabbed her in the throat in broad daylight. And look, if you go down, here's the video footage of not the incident, but him being apprehended. So he's being apprehended. And now,
I'm struggling to figure out where he's going to go with this. The guy is being arrested. Were we supposed to go out and protest? He's arrested, bro. No one said, hey, let him go because he's black. Now, I think I saw this video and there's a person standing right here in this hat. And I didn't really understand the attitude that this person has. Sound like they're mad that he's getting arrested. But if he just stabbed this woman like Kangamin is saying, then no problem with it. Take him to jail. He said we don't police our own community. Well, I think we most certainly do. But I mean, what are we supposed to jump into a bus and ride to every state where we hear has been someone died of gun violence that was black, or we got to go and hold gang forums every week? Bro, you know when they talk about the gang killings and all that, I got into it with a guy the other day, man. Outside of Los Angeles and New York, Chicago, you would be hard pressed to find a thriving gang culture. You understand what I'm saying? You'll find cliques and squads that exists on both sides of the spectrum, on every color on the spectrum. Could you point to? You could definitely point to Mexicans. Mexicans are involved in a large amount of gang activity. I think the Asians out in California got a little something going on, but I think you could find incidences of gang violence, across the 50 states and in any demographic. I think you can also find Stop the Violence movements and forums and talks and pamphlets and television shows, YouTube videos, preaching just that. You dig what I'm saying? So the fact that we don't like what happened in this verdict with Cyrus, what does that have to do? So even if we didn't police our community, let's say we didn't. Let's say we cheered or definitely didn't care every time a black person killed a black person. Does that still mean that we can't say anything when this Asian guy killed this black kid for seemingly no reason? We should just be okay with him dying all the way around the map. The buck got to stop somewhere, right? So not only is he wrong about us not policing our community, he's wrong in his assessment on how we should react to the South Carolina verdict. Now he's struggling. Now you see this crown. I mean this this cross behind him. You just see his whole aesthetic, bro. You know who they strive to be, but I've never seen outside of maybe the white guys marrying Asian women. I've never seen any camaraderie between the two. For them to come on and try to simulate to them so hard, bro. But I hear by 2050, it's going to be a different makeup to the United States of America, man. And so we just going to let the chips fall where they will.
So, Margaret Swan is not a white woman, by the way. She's a black woman. She's an innocent, sweet black lady. Like, if you want to talk about the kind of citizens that we want in American society, it's Margaret Swan, a sweet black grandma who did nothing wrong, who was minding her own business, sitting alone in a train car, and got stabbed in the throat. Do we have a picture of her? Can you pull up a picture of her? Go down. You can just go down. Yeah. You'll find a picture somewhere. Yeah, right there. Okay, so yeah, right here. She was a 60-year-old grandma just quietly seated on the train, minding her own business and harming no one. Where's the outrage here? Where is the outrage? And I'm not saying that all cases are equivalent, but arguably this justifies more outrage than the Rick Chow case. Why? Because she was innocent. She was minding her own business. She was just stabbed in the throat for no reason, but they'll ignore it. Why? Because it was a black man who did it. So don't tell me that you're going to police your own community. Don't tell me that you care about innocent black lives, because you don't. You don't. I think these cases are tragic. These are horrific. I actually grieve over this. This is tragic. She did no wrong. She was innocent. She was an upstanding citizen. She was minding her own business. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You know what is unbelievable? How stupid people on the right could be, bro. There'll be so many chills in his comments. Again, we just saw at the end of the video that the man that stabbed this lady, rest up her soul, he was being arrested. Now, Kangamin would have a point that if, down the road a year from now, they have the trial and he's found not guilty and no one says anything. Like, what? He got arrested, bro. Like, so what are we protesting? Don't stab no. I mean, what? We're going to go out in the streets. Don't stab nobody else in the neck. Like, what would that accomplish? If he was out here in the streets and not arrested yet, there would be nobody harboring this young man. So what is he talking about? He just admitted that all cases aren't the same because this is a bullshit example. Tragic incident. Both cases, tragic incidents. One case, this lady was innocent. She wasn't doing anything. Cyrus, from what we understand, was also innocent. You have to die for defending your life against people that's chasing you for no reason. And we shouldn't be offended by that. But we should go out and have and march parades about a guy that got arrested on the spot for stabbing a black lady.
And so I don't believe these people. I don't believe the black grievance liberals and these foundational black Americans, whatever they want to call themselves. I don't believe them for a second. I don't. Because they don't care when their people are killed by their own. So don't come up to me and say, like, for example, there's a shooting that happened I think it was last month or a few months ago in Dallas, where a Korean shot up other Koreans. That was horrific. And I'm glad that guy is rotting in jail. Because why? That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be allowed. We should prosecute that. We should prevent that as much as possible. Because why? Innocent Koreans shouldn't die at the hands of other Koreans. It's horrific. And then you saw the Korean American community gathered around and they mourned this tragedy. But what does the black community do? Maybe it's because it's so frequent, they don't do anything. They say nothing when their own is killed by their own. So I don't care. I have nothing to say more, really, because I think we all know we're just getting black fatigue. Black fatigue, not because they are black. No one hates people because of the color of their skin. That is such an elementary way to think about it. We live in the 21st century. We have the internet. We know that there are different groups of people that exist that are all made in the image of God. We all understand this. No one is denying this, okay? No one is denying this. You are not being judged by the color of your skin. You are being judged by the content of your character.
Hey, real quick, everybody, for those of you that are on this YouTube journey like myself, man, I know that one of our big struggles in this thing are our thumbnails. You know what I mean? There's a couple parameters that you need to score high in order to get your material seen by the maximum amount of individuals, you understand? And the thumbnails are a very vital part of it. And so with that said, I would like to offer you an alternative, a tool, in fact, that will allow you to generate images. It'll allow you to face swap. There's all type of precise editing tools available for you within the program. One of my favorite things is that it allows you to plug your thumbnail in, have it graded in 5 different areas. You can, from that point, you can go forward with your idea, or you can choose to have an upgraded version produced by the software. You dig what I'm saying? And in order to do that, go into the link below this video, right? Type in straight like that as your promo code, get yourself 20% off, and be on the way to getting some better thumbnails. And away we go. Back to this content. Man, I be hearing that black fatigue. And you know, in my life, in my experience, when I get tired of some shit, I just put an end to it. You dig what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and put that in. Man, oh my God, bro. Black fatigue. Nigga, get your punk ass. Boy, I like to say something super crazy, but I tell you what. Look through your crime websites. Ask your Grok, your Google, your Gemini, and see how many crimes are committed by a plethora of different kind of people out here. But you won't hear him cite them examples of a whole families being wiped out. You know, he cites the example about the Korean people, the Korean guy shooting up some other Koreans, and they came together to mourn. As if people who lose loved ones out here, other people that are empaths out here and have went through the same thing, as if we don't hear about it and feel sad and offer our words of condolence and support and this, that, and the third. We just keep it moving, bro. Another black person died, whatever. What is he talking about, bro? They come together tomorrow. We didn't see, what, did they have a parade for it? Did they have a parade for all the Koreans that got shot? And whatever he talking about? I ain't hear about it. So it don't sound like they do no more mourning, no more police in their community than anyone else. You dig what I'm saying? You can pick out any demographic, any race from in America, and you can point to heinous crimes attributed to every one of them. There's going to be some differences in numbers, but then they want to go to the per capita thing. That thing is, it's such a low amount of you all that commit crimes, but then you go to the number of them that commit crimes. Apparently, the only reason they have such a high number of people that commit crimes is because there's so many of them. To which my reply is, wouldn't that just make for more salt of the earth, real patriot, stone cold men? You know what I'm saying? And women and children? You telling me the more of y'all it is, the more F-up it's going to be? And you condone that? That's cool? Let's say you take away the crime from every brown person in America. You dig what I'm saying? You know how much crime you still going to have left? But apparently that's okay because it's them. So if they loved one get took off the earth by one of them, it's cool. This is kind of like the logic that they be pushing out here. It's okay as long as it ain't by the hands of a black man. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, if Jim lose his job and take his whole family out, and you hear about it, well, you know, it was a valiant thing, and you know, we'll let us handle it in-house. Oh, it's mental awareness. He had a mental problem and all that. That's the policing of the community they do. It's just so crazy. Like I say, bro, you know, the demographic that old Kangamin belonged to, I'll just say this to him, bro. The best of luck to them if they want to choose a particular side and let it go as it may. Bet, bro. We ain't never had no help out here. You dig what I'm saying? And we ain't did number double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, whatever you want to put on it. Our numbers and our prowess out here, and we not gonna stop. That is quite obvious, Kangamin. And so, you know, you and the fella that I showed a little earlier, I would love for you all to talk amongst each other. You dig what I'm saying? And get you a plan together, bro. You feel me? If you have black fatigue and you want to ride with your cohorts that you deem to be your cohorts, then hey, get to moving, Kangamin. But something tells me that you're just gonna sit there trying to be a knockoff Nick Fuentes. You dig what I'm saying? And people like me gonna keep pointing it out. And until then, man, it's been straight like that. I'm out.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Jack Travis, Lord Dunn.